No, my femininity is already here. It's not being suppressed in a relationship. You just have to know when to use it.
Let me stop. I don't understand you when you say that your femininity is here in a relationship and it's not being suppressed. Because I thought you said that you become that you withhold your femininity until you are married. That sounds like you are suppressing your femininity.
No, I'm saying that as a wife, because of my, in my faith, you are submissive to your husband with things like that.
So you are not submissive to your boyfriend?
No, because that's giving him a relationship with a man. Why give him wifey benefits? Usually a wife is submissive to her husband. I'm not submissive to a boyfriend. Okay? So my father and my grandmothers and my mother taught me, if I'm dating, don't give him relationship, vibes. Otherwise, he's never going to want to get you in a relationship. He's going to keep dating other people and not want to just lock you down.
Let me stop right there. Let me just jump in right. So you're saying in a relationship, you were taught not to be submissive to your boyfriend?
That is correct, because it's not in a relation in the Bible. It's not. That's my faith. It doesn't say be submissive to your boyfriend. It says be submissive to your husband. That, because we become one, and you never know what's going on in a relationship. I may ask him nicely, can he draw a bath for me? And he says, "Oh no, you got that." You don't know what's the outside, the inner core of a relationship as to why I'm like, well, he can make his own plate. I can draw my own bath. He can make his own plate. It just depends on the circumstances. And also the comment you said about, I'm paying the rent. Rent and making a plate is two totally different things. Mm-hmm. Two totally different things.
I agree.
Try the phone.
Fine. Let me just jump in and ask you this. So you're saying that you're gonna hold back your femininity. Let me take one step further back. Let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself a feminine woman, or do you think that your femininity is like a switch? Like you cut it on when you're married and you cut it off when you're not married?
No, you keep, if it's on, it's just you have to depend on when it's time to use it, just like at work.
So you're feminine by nature, but then in a relationship you suppress it. But then once you become married, you release it. Because it becomes a growing. We're building. I'm asking, is that kind of how it works? I'm a man, so I don't really understand how a woman's femininity works.
Okay.
So I'm depending on you to kind of.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop this because this woman don't know what the fuck she talking about. Chanel Conley, you appear to be an old head, and if this how you've been living your life, I'm sorry, baby. It sounds like you've been taking care of guys, maybe, and you just been sticking around just to have company. So the problem is, and this is the condition of a lot of our black women. It seems like a lot of other races and ethnicities don't run into this issue. She brought up her religion, or is that what she said? Religion or the Bible? And they say all this shit. My daddy and mama told me this. Ain't no man gonna tell you no shit like that. Especially an older man. Look like you're an older woman. No older man's gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? The weird thing is, biblical times. You want to go back to the Bible. This boyfriend concept is new. In my opinion, which is only 50, 60 years old, maybe 50, 60 years old, tops. There was no boyfriends in the Bible. You marry and you get to know a woman. So this woman's like, my femininity is conditional, and and I'm not saying it because a lot of you dudes, your masculinity is conditional as well. But we're not gonna talk about that. We talk about her femininity. You'll bust it open on a Tuesday for me, and we talk about these wifely duties and all this other shit, fixing a plate, paying the rent, so on and so forth. It sounds like you just dealing with dudes that's just giving you the D, and that's not really holding it down. And the fact that you feel like you don't have to do anything, and you doing all these word gymnastics, and well, it's not, I'll hold back, and there's conditions for me to do this and do that. And as long as I hold back, he'll marry me. No. Men are going to wife up that woman who is feminine at all times, who holds stuff down, who takes care of them, who's peaceful, who's fit, friendly, cooperative, beautiful, is easy to get along with. Not the woman's like, I'm not going to do that because I don't got a ring on my finger, but you can get this ass. I'm assuming you're in your 40s. Y'all sound crazy saying this and thinking that you get on a show and just talk. It's proof that the older you get, it does not mean you mature. But let's get back to it, man. I'm sorry, guys. Sheesh. It's just this shit like here. You'll bend it over on the first night, but you're not going to do wifely duties, which bending it over is a wifely duty. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry.
You're saying that a woman should not be feminine in a relationship, should be feminine in her marriage. And so in the relationship, what I'm asking you is, are you suppressing your natural femininity, or do you not have any femininity until you get married? And then once you get married, then your femininity becomes into being?
No, my femininity is already here. Mm-hmm. It's not being suppressed in a relationship. You just have to know when to use it.
Let me stop. I don't understand you when you say that your femininity is here in a relationship and it's not being suppressed. Because I thought you said that you become that you withhold your femininity until you are married. That sounds like you are suppressing your femininity.
No, I'm saying that as a wife, because of my, in my faith, you are submissive to your husband with things like that.
So you are not submissive to your boyfriend?
No, because that's giving him why.
Once again, there's no boyfriends in the Bible. Your faith does not teach you to have a boyfriend. You're either married or you're not married. But we mixing in this Western, Greco-Roman, AME stuff going on, and it just doesn't work. This boyfriend crap, I'm not about to do this, that, and the third, but I want him to marry me. Then I've been saying this for years. There's a magic switch you hit the day that you get married that turns you into a woman. Man, get that shit out of here. You sound crazy. And in your 40s, you up on this show. You got to be in your 40s based on your look. Saying this craziness. Baby, it's over. It's over.
The cow, if you can get the milk for free. I've watched my friends do this.
So that's what I'm asking.
For years.
That's right. So you're not submissive to your boyfriend. Is that right?
That's correct. It's another word.
Okay, wait. So you're not submissive to your boyfriend. I'm just trying to get I'm a man, yeah. Shanna, so you got to be patient with me. I'm trying to work it out in my head. You're not submissive with your boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're with your boyfriend, you're saying that you are a naturally submissive woman, mm-hmm. but you are not submissive to him. Is that?
I gotta pause it. Look at I don't know her name. Security boss, unsolicited. Like, look at her face this whole time. Like, this woman don't even know what the hell she's talking about here. This Chanel. Like, you just saying stuff and you repeating these young girls, and that's a problem because you sounding like a young woman in her 20s, and you got to be in your 40s talking this craziness.
All right.
I'm accommodating to him.
Accommodating,
not submissive.
Okay.
But it does depend on, no one has kind of mentioned.
Let me ask you, so you're saying you're accommodating. Why isn't being accommodating fixing that man a plate?
Because what I'm saying is I might be accommodating and doing a lot of things prior. And then I kind of noticed that I'm not getting the same reciprocity back. So that means I'm like, I'm not going to keep doing for you and you never do anything nice, little kind gesture for me. As I've watched my friends think that's the way to keep a man, and then they never got wifed up.
Let me ask you, Chanel, are you...
Baby, because y'all dealing with bozos. Ain't no man who about his business and really serious is going to put up with some shit where you just like, I'm not about to do that. But I'll bend over. Well, that's all it's going to be. Strictly buns. Y'all get the t-shirt. Strictly buns. It's none of it. I'm going to bend over for you, but I'm not going to do nothing else. Well, that's all I need you for. You sound stupid, and you're older talking to younger girl. You sound like a young girl. Look at security boss unsolicited. Look at that. She's just like, what the hell is this woman? This woman's in her. And she might be in her 50s. I don't know. And she's talking like this. Good night. Shout out to the lead attorney, man. By the way, man, it's my first time reacting to one of his videos.
You currently married now?
No, I am not. I'm 48.
Okay. And have you been married before?
No, I have not, but I've been in relationships before.
Okay. Looking back on it now as a 48-year-old woman, as we get older, we can look back and we have the value of hindsight. Do you think that it was wise to hold back your femininity until marriage? Does it appear to you that worked?
It's not necessarily, I mean, I guess I take away when you're saying holding back my femininity, what I'm trying to extrapolate is that if he is not doing things for me and I'm doing nice things for him all the time, when does he ever do something nice for me? He's going to continue to keep thinking I'm going to do all these nice things and he doesn't have to do anything. But if I just don't make his plate one time, that doesn't mean he needs to go out to a whole other person. Because like I said, I've watched friends of mine do everything for a man and he really didn't have to raise a finger. And that's just a relationship.
Let me cut that off, man, baby. So that's not the guy that you need to be with. If there's no reciprocity, we go into relationships to give. That's the first thing. So y'all dealing with these bozos that are just basically just using you. And if there's no reciprocity, why are you sticking around? And then you become jaded and mad at men and saying, I'm not going to be this way. Then it becomes a cycle. You're dealing with these same bozos. A man who's really serious and about his business and sees value in you. But if you telling me you're not going to give me your all because of what your girlfriends think, then it's just going to be strictly Bunz. I'm sorry.
And they were in the relationship for like 5-6 years. And he ends up moving on to someone else. And they would come crying to me like, I gave him my everything. And he didn't reciprocate. He didn't do anything nice for me. I would do this, I would do that. And I'm like, well, you know, why would he need to buy the cow if he can get it for free? You was giving him everything.
I hear what you're saying, but then it doesn't appear that your way worked either. Big shout out to Suave, right? What does Suave say? You want him to show leadership qualities prior to marriage, but you won't give him submission and femininity qualities until after marriage. How is this fair to men? Let me ask you, Chanel, you know, if you want to respond to this, I don't know if you can see the super chat. It seems like you're saying, listen, if I give him the best of me now, he might not want to marry me into the future because he's always getting the best of me. All right. But then what Suave is saying is like, but you are in a relationship with him and you want things from him. So he's giving things to you, but you are withholding from him. Suave is saying, how is that fair? How do you respond to this?
Well, I never said that he wasn't. I never said that he was. I said if he is not. Like I just gave the example about the bathwater. I'm like, babe, can you run my bathwater? And he's like, no. Or little bitty things I keep asking.
You're dealing with dudes that sit at home and play PlayStation all day, running the bathwater. You my lady. There's no issues with doing that. Because I expect the same thing when I ask you for that. You go into it to give. And if you holding back, I'm not going to marry some woman that's holding back from me and giving me lip and attitude or what she's not going to do. And that's how a lot of you sisters aren't getting married because of that bull. And you listening to women like this, you getting knocked up, having kids. Then you in your mid-late 30s or 40s like her. She said she never been married. And you still don't have a husband because you're just like, I'm just not going to do that. So you're going to be on your deathbed just like, I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that. Your ego. It's bananas. But yeah, you do want a man to give you his all, but you don't want to give me your all. I'm not about to marry you. And it's common sense. Like you trying to make it make sense, but it just sounds stupid. I'm pretty sure as you talking, you're like, this shit sounds stupid. What I'm saying right now, this shit sounds stupid as hell.
And he says, no. What is inside of me that says, I'm just feeling so generous. I'm going to make his plate for him. but he never does anything for me like that in our relationship.
Chanel, let me ask you though. If it sounds like you're saying, well, this man isn't providing me with certain things, or isn't being nice to me, and isn't running my bathwater. Let's be honest, Chanel. I mean, you have a vagina, right? So you're at some level, you are valuable to men. Why is it that you've chosen that one man who will not run your bathwater? You've chosen that one man to exclude all other men. You've chosen that one man to be in a relationship with. What is it about you that's making you choose men like this to be in a relationship with when other men would run your bathwater?
Well, that's what I was trying to get at. I'm like that with other.
Yo, there's some dudes that'll drink your funky ass bathwater, but that's neither here nor there. But you talking foolishness.
Individuals. That's what I'm saying. That not everybody. That's what I was trying to get at, because it was like a blanket statement. So
what
I'm
are
like,
you trying to get at?
Like, not everybody is being great. Like, with a man expecting this, not every man is being great to their woman at home or whatever and doing nice things for them. And so,
I hear what you're saying.
So I know y'all like to think that I watch these videos ahead of time, but a lot of times I don't. In this case, I watched the first 2 minutes and figured out I wanted to react to it. You see what he says right here. Chanel, there's no boyfriend, girlfriend in the Bible. The Bible also talks about not holding back from doing good when you have the ability to do it. By the way, would you date a man wouldn't lead you until you're married? You know, it's stuff like that. Like, I said the same thing. I haven't watched this, but he's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. There's no boyfriend or girlfriend in the Bible, but you steady talking this foolishness.
Yeah, you're saying not every man is being nice. I don't want to keep cutting you off, but I want to kind of further the conversation. You're saying not every man is being nice to women in relationships, and I would agree with this, right? Here's my question. It seems like you're saying that even if a man is being nice to you, even if a man is being accommodating, even if a man is running your bathwater, you still would not be submissive to him because, like you said, that would be giving him the cow, that would be giving him the milk without buying the cow. So even if he is all of these things for you, providing for you in a relationship, you still would not be submissive to him in that same relationship because you don't want him to get the milk for free.
No, that means that I would do that for him because we're doing for each other. That means we're building.
Chanel, you're contradicting yourself now.
Well, what I'm saying.
Wait. Let me say, you're contradicting yourself now because you said we were talking about relationships and marriage.
She said, and before he even says it, she says, until if I'm not married, I'm not going to do all that. That's what she said. You guys can correct me, but I'm pretty sure she said that. I'm not going to give wifely benefits or wifely duties to a boyfriend. That's what my father told me. That's what my mother told me. Whatever it was that she said.
And you were saying that you would not be submissive to him in a relationship because if you were, then he would be getting the milk for free. You wanted to incentivize him to get married.
Facts.
But now you're saying, oh, no. I would be submissive to him in a relationship if he's doing for me. So you're saying two different things. Before you were saying you would not be submissive to him without a marriage, because he would be getting the milk for free. That's what you said. You said the cow and the milk for free.
If you're just in a relationship with a man, why give him wifey benefits? Usually a wife is submissive to her husband. I'm not submissive to a boyfriend. Okay? So my father and my grandmothers and my mother taught me if I'm dating, don't give him relationship, vibes. Otherwise, he's never going to want to get you in a relationship. He's going to keep dating other people and not want to just lock you down.
But now you're saying, no, if he was nice to me, I would be submissive to him in a relationship.
Okay, in my initial comment, there's only so much you can...
Baby, ladies, who do you think is a man is going to choose as his main chick? I'm not even going to say anything. Because this woman, it's the reason why you've never been married. You're in your late 40s, and this is going on. Who is a guy going to choose as his main chick to eventually wife him down? Contemplate on that as opposed to what the hell she's talking about. You sound dumb. You haven't grown up. No offense, but you're talking like a child. And you're repeating what these young girls are saying on TikTok and all these other social media platforms.
put in the sentence for you to be able to see it. So that's why I initially came on and said within my comment, if the person is not being nice to me, that's why I was walking it back, because I could not put that in the comment like I wanted to. Like, this person's being great to me and we're being great to each other, that's no problem. But if this man's not doing anything for me and we're not building and there's no foundation, then no, I'm not going to make his plate, because that means I'm not going to make marriage.
But if he's not doing all of this, why are you in a relationship with him in the beginning?
That's why I said.
What did I say? What did I say? You don't need to be in a relationship with this guy. Why are you going on with, man, I've talked about this so long, like years ago. Women, why are you in relationships that you don't want to be submissive to a man? You might as well be with a woman at that point. I don't want to submit to this man, but I'm going to stay in a relationship with him. It makes no sense, but that's your thought process. That's your concept. That's your logic, which is just weird as hell. It doesn't make any sense. That's why you're going to stay in the situation that you're in.
And obviously we're not going to make marriage. You know, you try to see somebody, you try to give them a little bit of a chance and try to see if you can, find out their quirks here and there. Because when you first meet somebody, you're meeting their representative. Mm-hmm. So you're giving them a little bit of time to see if they're going to remain that same type of person. And if they do, then that's when you have to step. That's why I'm not in a relationship, because
I agree with you. But how long are you staying? It sounds like you're like, I'm not going to, if you realize once you got past their representative and this person is not this same person, why are you sticking around? This shouldn't even be a thing, especially at the age of 48. Like, come on, bro.
I did do a lot of nice things to show this is who I am. You're meeting Chanel. You're not meeting my representative, but he doesn't know that. But I maintained doing nice things, being myself. And then I got a conversation with my mother, and she's like, well, you wonder why you may be single is because you keep giving everybody all of you, and they're not giving you marriage. So you need to want more out of someone to be able to become a wife. You know, you're already showing them that you're wifey material, but they're not giving you the same thing back. If they were, then we'd be on the same page. We'd still be going towards a marriage. I'd be making his plate. I'd be doing everything else because I want to show him this is what you're going to get in preview of us getting married. But if you're not doing those things, which is what I was trying to extract on earlier, is I'm not going to make your plate. If you're not doing for me, I'm not doing for you, because that's not fair.
Got you. So if I can just kind of recap what you're saying, you were talking with your mother about why.
It's weird how we've gotten to this place in this world where a woman feel like she's doing the most, as I said before, by making a man a plate, by fixing a man a plate. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Your mother believes that you might be single. And your mother is saying, listen, Chanel, it could be that you're being too nice to these men. And to be honest, the whole why buy the cow when you get the milk for free, that is something that somebody from an older generation might say, right? So
yeah,
maybe that's so now your parents are telling you to be less submissive to men and to withhold things from men so that they're not getting it too good right now and they'll have an incentive to marry you.
There you go.
You don't have to answer that question. I'll answer the question.
Man, listen. Check this out, bro. You have women like this, or women that have women that have channels like this that say stuff that's so hypocritical and conflicting, and it sounds good. They follow these trends. Baby, you're gonna stay single listening to a woman like that. We go into relationships to give. Same thing with men. You know, we have the whole representative. We talk about that, and that's a part of vetting, man. That's a part of really interviewing people and understanding. But just like you need to be in your masculine as a man, a woman needs to be in her feminine. If you really want to carry on a long-term relationship, i.e. marriage, You need to put your best foot forward. You don't want to marry somebody that's half-assing. Like facts. Yo, just think about that, guys, man. This is a perfect call. Shout out to the lead attorney with a woman talking like this, a woman in her 40s that still has this mindset. That's something to be said, man. But let me know what you guys think, man. Like, share. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Calendly and Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. If you guys want to pick up one of these awesome black YouTuber hoodies or shirts, whatever merch, make sure you guys check out the link. I'll put it up above, and purchase all my books and merch as well, man. The link's in the description. Subscribe to my backup channel. And with that being said, this is wisdom. Peace be upon you all, the mercy and blessings of the Almighty, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know, I haven't put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth.